Welcome to the Black Liberation.Tech podcast, brought to you by Jordan Nuance LLC and hosted by Dr. Renée Jordan. This podcast is a accumulation of Dr. Jordan's dissertation work and her passion for empowering Latinas, Afro-Latinas, Black women, and girls to navigate the academic and professional worlds with confidence and success. Whether you're a mother or a guardian guiding a child through grades 6 through 12, an undergrad or grad student, someone working on a dissertation or thesis, or simply looking to carve out your niche in the career landscape, this podcast is for you. Each episode, Dr. Jordan shares her story, offers invaluable advice, and provides practical coaching to help you thrive in school, work, and beyond. Join our community on patreon.com/Black Liberation Tech and become a member for as low as $5 per month. As a member, you'll gain exclusive access to live recordings, impromptu academic and career coaching, and a network of like-minded individuals committed to mutual support and success. You're also welcome to follow Black Liberation Tech on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and LinkedIn. Visit black-liberation.tech for even more information on Dr. Jordan's adventure in Inglés o Español. Tune in, get inspired, and let's embark on this journey together. Welcome to Black Liberation.Tech, where your success story begins. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to jump over to another platform. The platform is called Perplexity, and I'm going to use it in order to find literature as it relates to my research interests. So Perplexity is another platform. It actually, if you purchase a subscription, it integrates ChatGPT and some other things. I do not have a purchase subscription for Perplexity. I do have one for ChatGPT because I often use it at work, specifically with rephrasing emails and making sure that they're clear. You can even, just to FYI, you can set the expectation in terms of, oh, please rephrase this email so that it's on an 8th grade reading level. Because chances are, if it can be explained on an 8th grade level, it's least likely to be confusing to the receiver, because when you send emails, you lose a whole lot of tone and other things as a result of writing something that's so short and brief. And so by saying, hey, can you rewrite this so that it's at an 8th grade reading level, it will come out in a way that will be more clear to anyone and not just someone who's in your same field, discipline, or profession. So what will you learn? So I'm going to go ahead and ask, I am completing a literature review on the digital literacies and technology skill development of Latinas, Afro-Latinas, and Black girls. Provide me with a list of articles that I may consider for my dissertation. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit go. So it says, here's a list of articles that you may consider for your dissertation on the digital literacies and technology skill development of Latinas, Afro-Latinas, and Black girls. So what I'm going to do, since this is for my dissertation, I'm going to ask that it update the last response. Please update the last response so that it only includes articles from refereed journals. Okay, here's a list of articles from refereed journals that you may consider for your dissertation on digital literacies and technology skill development of Latinas, Afro-Latinas, and Black girls. So now, and so I'm going to say, provide me a list of refereed journal articles on the digital literacy skills of Black girls that exclude others. For example, the articles should not include Black boys or other minority groups. And let's see what I get this time. Update the last response so that it includes a list of 10 articles. Now, the funny thing is, you want to capture your responses when you get them, because you can come back and enter in similar text and get a different result. So I see here on the left my library, and this is what I mean. So I'm going to jump over to this search that I did previously, and here's my prompt: provide me with 10 referee journal articles on the digital literacy skills of Black women. The articles must focus on Black women and girls as opposed to including Black men, Black boys, or other minority groups. So when I did it that time, these are the results that I found. And interestingly enough, you can tell the difference between the two prompts. The previous one just said Black girls. This one said Black women and girls. And so I did include this Ellis Kirkland article in my dissertation. I want to say MacArthur is in there. I know that Muhammad and Womack are definitely in there, as well as this one by Price Dennis. As you can see, if you're able to pull it from off the web, then you can click on the note and go about downloading it from there. But you can definitely copy out this information by hitting the copy button in order to save it for later. So I'm going to copy it and save this for later and paste that to my Word document. And I'll also copy the prompt that I used and put that on my Word document. I'm going to head back to the prompts from this time around, and I'm going to scroll down to that last one. I'll just hit the copy button, paste that into my Word document so I can save that for later. And for each article, it does provide you with the citation, and I'm going to stop here. Hopefully this will give you enough to pique your interest and to get you to look around and find out what you can come up with. Now, just because something's available on the internet, what you might want to do, this is another one that's showing you where you can actually obtain the article. Georgia State has an excellent online library, I must say, so make use of it. I'm going to close that. It will also provide you the citation when you copy it, so you're not just left with the text that's there, but also any other additional information. So I've copied and I've saved that information. Now I'm going to stop sharing. I have two more that I want to show you. One is Napkin AI. And with Napkin AI, you will be able to create visual stories. And once again, this is a tool, it's a resource, it's not the answer. It's because you have to start off with something. So what I'm going to do, there was a part of my presentation when I was getting it together, it was giving me some challenges. So I ended up using this as the visual for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the text from this slide and place it into Napkin and see what it comes up with in terms of helping to bring a visual to this text. To make it easy, I'm going to drop it into a Word document first, because sometimes when you copy stuff from PowerPoint, it can be a little challenging. So I'm going to share with you what I transferred over to the Word document. So here I have the fierce educational advocates. I'll just put a one there, 2 for professors, 3 for departments. These are examples of fierce educational advocates, 4, and then 5. So I'm going to take this information, I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to head over to Napkin AI. Once again, a tool, a resource, not the answer. I had to bring the information I have over to Napkin AI, and I'm going to hit paste. So we have the title, we have the examples, and so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all of this, and I'm going to hit the lightning bolt. Just an FYI, I'm able to sign into all of the platforms mentioned so far with my Google email. That way I don't have to create a whole nother sign in and login. And I just want to encourage you to read the terms and conditions when you do that for yourself. This is just an FYI. So here we have that slide that I had in PowerPoint. And so now I'm going to go ahead and hit generate, and let's see what it comes up with. So it has a couple of examples. So this image could be present on my slide. I can download that if I liked it. Taking a look at the next option here. With this, it's actually applied its own title. So influential factors in educational journeys, peer knowledge. It's added some things. So peers shared insights and collaborative learning experiences. Teachers provide foundational support and challenges. Professors offered inspiration and constructive criticism. Departments facilitate access to resources and opportunities. The tech founder sparked interest in technology and education. So from what you provided, it creates or generates, I should say, images to help tell the story. And so this would be an option in terms of how you could provide a visual to others about the material that you're sharing with them. And so I have some other options here that don't include descriptions. When you're presenting information, and let's say you just want to hit the talking points, you want to make sure you hit the talking points and you have that other information memorized, or you touch on it based on how you feel you want to touch on it. That's great. The only thing I really don't like about this is that it changed my title from Fierce Educational Advocates. That's the name that I wanted because that's the terminology that was provided by my contributors. Whereas influential factors in education journey, that's nice, but that's not what was said. So here we have another way of depicting it. Some more. This one's a little long, but it essentially does what I attempted to do with it does have the educational advocates, but it doesn't say fierce. Fierce is important. It attempts to do what I did on the presentation. Here's another way of viewing it. Another way, just scrolling through. So you have all of these options. And let's say that I've decided that I want to go with one that was presented earlier. Or let's say I wanted to go with this one. I can go with this one and I can change the appearance of it in terms of the font and the colors. And even after I select the font that I want to work with and the colors, the style, if you will, I could still go in and make edits. So I told you all I did not like that title. So I can go back in here and say Fierce Educational Advocates. And then I can go in and edit the information that's here. If I felt like I wanted it to be different, I can even change the color here of the text. And in order to download this image, I would simply click and drag until all the parts are highlighted. And then I select the download and I can decide, do I want it in light mode or dark mode? Do I want the background on or off? So do I want it to have a transparent background so that if I download it and put it on something that has a colorful background, I'm able to overlay it. And then the resolution, I just put it at 3. And so I can go ahead and hit download. And so I'm going to stop sharing that. And I'm going to return to the PowerPoint. So I'm returning to the PowerPoint. And I'm going to click and drag the image that I downloaded from Napkin and place it in my PowerPoint. And so as you can see, PowerPoint has some AI to it as well, and I can add more information here. So this is just for comparison purposes. This is what Napkin AI came up with as a visual for the Fierce Educational Advocates. And this is what I had as a visual for the Fierce Educational Advocates. So Napkin AI is a way to get into visual storytelling. Once again, it is an option, a tool, a resource is not the answer. I had to do the work behind all of this in order to synthesize my findings into something that provided insight as it related to my discipline in instructional technology, specifically instructional design, and what can be done as a result of my findings. I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint and I'm going to show you this. This is going to be the fastest one. Thank you for your patience thus far. I'm going to delete this slide because I like what I had. So I'm going to go to the view and I'm going to view the outline. I'm going to highlight all of this good stuff minus my email address. You can restrict how much information you provide to the AI tool that you're using. So I'm going to go over to our final tool for today. We're going to take a look at Gamma, and Gamma is a way to generate presentations quickly. And once again, I'm able to sign in as a result of having a Gmail. You can create an account if you want to. I'm going to jump over here and paste the outline from my dissertation. It seems a little short. It didn't put all the spaces in when I copied it. Interesting. So give me a moment while I add some spaces. Okay, so what I've done, I've copied and pasted the text, or the outline, I should say, from my presentation over into Gamma. And what I'm going to do now, I've also had to go back and space it out so that it would know when it moved on to the next thing, if you will. And so now I'm going to go ahead and hit continue because I want to generate a presentation. This gives you another opportunity to decide what's what, whether you want AI images, presentation default. I'm just going to see what it comes up with. So I'm going to hit continue. I'm going to go ahead and pick, I actually like pink. So I'm going to stick with that one. And since I'm going to stick with that one, I'm going to go ahead and hit generate. Okay, so this is the presentation that was generated. We'll start off from the beginning. And I must say, I like these images because you don't normally see a whole lot of Black women in tech in terms of stock images. So if nothing else, I could say that I would definitely use and incorporate these stock images in my presentation. And so this is the first page or the first slide. Here's another one. And you can fill it in based on the information that you have. This deals with that, the Fierce Educational Advocates piece right there. And the thing is, AI is just generating it based upon what it thinks will work and what you provide with it. I really like these pictures. I'm definitely keeping these pictures. Write that down. Renee is using these pictures. So it takes the pressure off, but you have to make sure that the information is legit, that it is including information that is relevant to your work in terms of what it's pulled. Is it making incorrect assumptions? Do you need to go in and just like delete, and then enter in the information that should go there? You can do that on the site. You can also download it as a PowerPoint presentation and do it as well. Here's the key lessons learned. I'm really liking these pictures. I must say that I am. Implications and future directions, and then acknowledgments, call to action, so forth and so on. So, like I said, you can download this, and you can download it by going to share, selecting how you want to export it. If you want to collaborate with someone on it, you can. You can share a link to it. So if you are presenting it somewhere and there's internet connectivity and you want to maintain the text, because what happens is when you download it as a PowerPoint presentation, PowerPoint is not always going to have all of the fonts that the Gamma comes with. And as a result, it might be a little different. It might be a little off. And you can get around that by downloading it as a PDF, and you can present it as a PDF. And so it's going to look the way it looks online. If you want to download and edit it, or if you want to download, save it, so you have it on a thumb drive, have it on your computer so that when you present, it is there and accessible to you. You can also download it as images. I'm going to go ahead and say done. And so I want to thank you for tuning in to this unique episode of the BlackLiberation.Tech podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Renée Jordan, and the purpose of this segment was to show you how you can use AI as a tool, as a resource, but it's not the answer. The work of research is necessary because if it could have been done by someone else, it would have. But we need you to do the work so that we can get your perspective, your insight, your knowledge in terms of what's happening in a phenomenon that's important to you and important to shaping the future. And since I'm in education, I'm going to say the future of education and how we approach and view and implement policies, programs, and the like. Thank you for tuning in to the BlackLiberation.Tech podcast, brought to you by Jordan Nuance LLC and hosted by Dr. Renée Jordan. We hope today's episode has inspired you and provided valuable insights to help you navigate your academic and professional journey with confidence and success. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, as well as rate and review the podcast to help it become more discoverable. Whether you're guiding a child through grades 6 through 12, tackling undergraduate or graduate studies, working on a dissertation or thesis, or exploring your career options, this podcast is here to support you every step of the way. Join our community on patreon.com/BlackLiberationTech and become a member for as low as $5 per month. As a member, you'll enjoy exclusive access to live recordings, impromptu academic and career coaching, and a network of like-minded individuals committed to mutual support and success. Don't forget to follow Black Liberation Tech on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and LinkedIn. Visit black-liberation.tech for even more information on Dr. Jordan's adventures, available in both English and Spanish. Stay inspired, stay empowered, and keep moving forward. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.